doing, guys? Man of Bing here, and I'm out here living the dream as always. Back here to review / rant about NBA 2K18, and basically kind of rant about it because things have gone downhill for me personally. I've been playing 2K heavily since 2K11 with Michael Jordan on the cover, but my very first 2K was NBA 2K7 with Shaq on the cover. So it's only right to review it this year for me with Shaq returning to the cover. Alright. First, I'm going to tell you guys what I like about the game. The gameplay, a lot smoother this year. Dribble moves, love it. That was always my pet peeve because I like to play as a point guard. So, playmaking moves and dribble moves are really important to me as a player. And they're very, very smooth this year. The animations, for the most part, are smooth. Everything seems to click well together. You do still get stuck in those goofy animations from time to time, but that happens. It's a lot less this year. I can definitely tell that. The dribble animations, you can actually create good separation, and they're very responsive. Like if you click something on the stick and then click back another direction, it responds right away. Now, the other thing I like about this game is the presentation. Once again, 2K comes back strong, makes you feel like you're actually at an NBA game. They got all the mascots. I mean, talking about presentation, the freaking cheerleaders, man, they need to remodel those cheerleaders because I have no clue what those swamp person looking things are supposed to be, right? But other than that, the presentation is amazing. And Shaq, Kenny, all the guys in the booth are great. The new commentary this year with Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, I forgot the other one, but they basically have like legends come in to commentate, and it gives you guys like a new voice, a fresh voice every once in a while, especially when you're playing in like LA or you're playing in Boston or you're playing in Minnesota. But like, yeah, I that is great. That was a great addition. Another thing about this game is I like the free roam concept of the neighborhood. Now, there's some flaws about it, and it's kind of annoying and gets on my nerves sometimes, especially when I'm trying to play with friends. We'll get to that later, but the concept itself is amazing. Going to stores, going to Foot Locker, going to Swags to get your clothes, going to the NBA store to get your, team gear. You got the team practice facility, but then you got a workout facility, the Gatorade training facility. It's amazing. It's an amazing concept. You can work out with your friends. You can... there's little side mini games. There's 1v1 courts in the neighborhood that aren't in the proving grounds. There's a shooting mini game, a dunking mini game, which I thought was I think I sat there and played the dunking mini game for about an hour nonstop. Like, it was just that much fun. My guy can't even dunk that well. There's some other flaws with the neighborhood that we'll get to. And it has more to do with VC issue than it does really the neighborhood itself. And there's also connection issues with friends and a little annoying glitches that happen in the neighborhood. I don't think there's anything else I can think of at this moment that's really tripping my trigger about the game. So, without further ado, I think we'll go right into the negatives about the game. One negative that stood out to me right away, oh my god, 2K, way too stingy with the VC this year. When they implemented VC, which I believe was in 2012, NBA 2K12 was the first year they implemented VC. It was 2K12 or 2K13, but I know it was one of those games. I knew something was fishy. I was like, okay. So now, all of a sudden, there's this VC, instead of our skill points that we're getting, we're getting this VC thing that we have to be online all the time to get. And if you're not online, you gotta make your guy offline, and then it takes away all the VC that you made and gives you skill points again. Now, I know why they did this. They did this to keep people from cheating and modding their players, so they're 99 overall without them having to work for it. My problem with it is the fact that now they're making people pay for VC, which has been happening for years now. It's nothing new. It's pay to win, basically, or pay to be better in NBA 2K. And there's guys, now they're offering packages with their Legend Edition to where they get like 150,000 VC for pre-ordering the Legend Edition for $150 or something, right? So, whatever. It's whatever. That doesn't bother me that much because it's not forcing people, but it makes the game cheesy, but at the same time, it's not forcing people. Now, my problem with the VC this year is, first of all, they're really stingy with it. They got rid of the multiplier for the difficulty meter. So if I'm playing on a harder difficulty, I don't get rewarded for jack shit, basically. I'm playing on Hall of Fame, and I'm getting the same amount of VCs as if I'm playing on Pro. So I might as well rack up more points on Pro. That way I get more VC on Pro because I'm racking up more stats instead of playing on Hall of Fame to get the multiplier. That's just one thing that really I noticed right away and it kind of made me mad. And another thing that I noticed right away is, and a lot of people complained about this when the game first came out, and I know it's fixed now, but still, haircuts costing VC, and costing ridiculous amounts of VC, and the color costs VC, and you can't even preview what it's going to look like on your guy, so you don't know if you want it. So then, I can't count how many times I bought a fucking haircut that I'm like, okay, I got this, let's see how it looks. And I didn't like it. And then it was the wrong color. And I'm just sitting there, and now I have like 56 VC, not enough change. So I'm walking around with like blonde hair, but black is fucking night facial hair. So I look stupid. And I'm like, really? Like we couldn't implement a better system. Like if you're gonna charge me VC for it, you couldn't implement a better system, like being able to see what it's gonna look like and maybe not charging for hair color unless you're changing your hair color. Like they're charging VC to keep the same hair color too. Like you'll have brown hair color, and if you get a new haircut, it's automatically black. What is that? Oh, that got me heated about the game because first of all, I'm only making like 500 VC a damn career game. Let alone having to then pay, 1,500 for a haircut at the beginning of the game. So I probably wasted like 4,000 VC just on haircuts alone. So like still 2K needs to implement a system of being able to see your haircuts before you get them. Because I don't care what the price of VC is. If I'm spending 400 VC to get my hair and face and all that fully colored and trimmed, I want to see what it looks like before I put it on my guy. Whether it's only 400 VC or it's 4,000 VC, I want to see what it looks like. Another way that, VC's been really stingy this year is, the My Park games themselves are only giving you like 300 for a win. It just seems like all around in this game, they have reduced the amount of VC you can earn. And I usually feel bad for doing glitches and putting out glitch videos, showing people how to get more VC, no problem, blah, blah, blah. But this year, I do not feel one damn bit of sorrow for this company. They're basically not forcing, but they're really, really pushing people to buy VC because that's what makes them the most amount of money. And it's bullshit because literally no one, it breaks the game. They created these archetypes to create a balanced and fair environment, but turn around and let people buy VC to max out their guys. Now, well, they still got to get their cap breaker. Okay, well, whatever. They still got to get their fucking cap breaker, but starting as an 85 right out the gate instead of a 60 overall, yeah, that might give you a little bit of a boost. And then, they're an 85 overall, so they'll just head to Ante Up or the high roller courts and make, ridiculous amounts of money easy. And they don't have to buy VC again. That's my whole point. Like, why should I have to pay for VC to feel like my guy needs to be good? That's a load of shit, dude. Now, besides the VC issue, there are some other problems with this game. And I would probably say the only other problem I got with this game is Pro-Am needs to be fixed. It has been 2 years of me playing Pro-Am, and this shit is getting old. The out of bounds issues where the ball, the ball literally doesn't touch out of bounds and it's out of bounds. Someone blocks the ball and it's a goaltending, but it got smacked off like it was a chase down block. Fouls that are not fouls, like guys that aren't touching. Like I got called the other day with a foul and I wasn't even near the guy, and I was the one that got called with the foul. That's not cool. I'm the point guard. I'm not gonna be down in the paint fouling people. And it's just annoying because Pro-Am has so much potential, and they're starting this 2K E-League this year, but I'm not understanding how they're gonna start the 2K E-League if they can't even get Pro-Am right. They can't take the time out of their day to make sure Pro-Am is as good as it should be for this E-League. I was skeptical of the E-League when it came out, and now we're not hearing anything about it. There's been no news since they announced that the NBA is going to start an E-League for 2K this year. The NBA season's coming up quick. We're in the preseason, and there's been nothing mentioned of this 2K E-League. So I want to know, were they just joking around? Is it not going to start this year? Is 2K behind the ball? What is it, 2K? You always got us waiting, always telling us there's big things coming, but you always seem to over-anticipate and under-deliver your fans. 2K11, last great 2K, I remember. 2K12 wasn't that bad, so it was still good. 2K13, now you started to slip. 2K14 was pretty good. Not amazing, it's good. 2K15, trash. 2K16, trash. 2K17, newsflash, trash. I'm sorry, but I can't, if this year, if they don't fix this VC issue, and they don't lower the VC prices, and they don't fix Pro-Am, this is going to be my last year buying 2K. I bought Live this year. Live, it's better than putting up with 2K shit, to be honest. Live's not a bad game. It's not an amazing game, but it's not a bad game. And, neither's 2K. 2K's got great gameplay, but at the end of the day, if I can't, play the game the right way and I get fouls called on me or the ball goes out of bounds when it doesn't and it's called out of bounds, then what am I supposed to do? That's reduced my fun factor for this game. I just don't get it every year, man. They hype up 2K. It's a basketball simulator. Well, if it's a simulator, why are we able to just buy our way to our max level? Explain that to me. If it's a simulator, why can we buy our way to our max level? If it's a simulator, why are there fouls and out of bounds being called when they're not fouls and it's not out of bounds? I'm just saying, I know I'm not the only fan fed up. There's a lot of fans fed up. So, that's all I got for today, fellas. I'll make sure to start releasing more videos soon. That way we can get back on track with the train, baby. Mana Bing out. Peace.